Hello.
Okay.
I am audible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Proceed.
Yeah. Myself, G. Karunakara. I am working in Indian Council of Agriculture Research in India. Mostly, I am working last 22 years on fruit crops and majorly on dragon fruit, jackfruit, and butterfruit. So, GAP introduction in India by 2007 onwards, sir. I will share the few slides about the introduction about our crops and other things. In India, normally the wide range of climates, right from arid to temperate climates, we are having, and a lot of crops, in particular on fruit crops, right from apple to we are used to grow a cherry to mango, we are growing. And in case of horticulture production, we have surpassed the particularly in the cereals production, more than 311 million metric tons we are produced, and we are contributing more than 26% of the GAP by the horticulture production. In case of in fruits, one third, that is around 100 million metric tons, we are contributing, and more than 10.9% in the world share, we are contributing to the particularly in the fruit productions. Once nowadays after pandemic the covid or before also people are more cautious particularly for the health and also safety and also mainly quality of the produce. Now they are looking, most of the consumers, not one, they are not looking the quantity, they want to the very good quality hygienic and the fruits represented which is good quality also. So here the few crops I mentioned, how we are contributing to the right from banana, grapes, papaya, and tapioca and other little bit. The aim of this study is actually, sir, we have made a survey to the different government agencies and private agencies and growers and also farmers. We have conducted a survey work about the GAP, sir. Whether slide is moving? Yeah. Next is already many presenters they spoke about the GAP. What is GAP need to compliance to the international regulations? And in case of India, there is a huge limitation is there in regard to the certification because of there are so many other challenges and limitation of the farmers. We will see it in the future slides. And in the system of Indian agriculture system, more than 60% of the populations, they are mainly dependent on the agriculture for their income. So in that case, that when the introduction of GAP, definitely it will have two important factors will be play role. One is sustainable in horticulture system and improving the quality and safety. These are the two aspects the mainly by introduction of GAP is going to be in future takeoff in India. Particularly, this is the quality standard Switzerland as the worldwide followed system. This has been is happening right from GMP, good management producers, good agriculture producers, and HACP. There is three different from supplier to direct consumers, and from supplier to growers and processor, retail and consumers, and sometimes growers to retailers. These are the different food supply chain system happening in the entire world. Particularly in GAP, in India, started by 2007 by the Quality Council of India under the EPIDA. EPIDA is one of the agency for Export Development Authority agency. Because of the international compliance for the rules and regulation, production of the fruits or vegetable or any other crops, which need compliance on par with the global gap with in case of local gap also. So how many authorities, agencies working towards the GAP, and main and top force agencies, Quality Council of India, which is mainly developing the modules, rules and regulation, certification criteria and certification process. In that certification process, India GAP, that is India Good Agriculture Practices, they made three different modules they developed. That model is, one is farm-based model, another crop-based model, third one is agro-biosecurity model. Majorly, the crop-based models are taking up the India for the global GAP or India GAP certification is going on, actually, sir. The India in this GAP, mostly the agencies are the, playing major role, private agencies, particularly for the certification. The certification through private agency or third party assessment, third party issuing certifications, the third party, that certification agency should aggregated with the Quality Council of India before giving the certifications. And that certification done by the third party agency through their monitoring, certifications and laws and certification process as independent bodies quoted by India GAP, particularly in compliance to the import companies or import nations. The India GAP should match with the as good as the international level standards, and also what they're expecting the quality and also standard and safety should match. So these are the 10 agencies presently. They're issuing the certificate to the different kind of crops and different agencies working for different aspects. Here, the modality of the scheme, mainly the Quality Council of India, they are having 5 different schemes they are having. One is certification from framework as per the ISO 17650, then development of the scheme documents. What are the documents required for the certification process? And also they are making the components of the India GAP. Components means, here I mentioned the components, whether soil amendments, manuring, planting material or water management, pesticide usages, and how best the worker safety in GAP under the rules and regulation is adopted, and also harvesting processes, field sanitation, and finally everybody spoke about the QR code, the traceability and record keeping. These are the important components at present the India GAP is looking, which should benchmark, which should be used as a benchmark from the global GAP. Global GAP, that means Euro GAP, it is earlier, now it is a global GAP. So based on the global GAP, the India has developed their own local good agriculture practice, which should match with the global GAP for the countries or different countries or companies whomsoever want to import the producers. So based on these benefits, already we spoke about what are the benefits, that is sustainable food safety, better prices, and the livelihood improvement, that particularly the livelihood improvement, and improving the measurable improvement, increasing the awareness among the farmers. The Quality Council of India, they designed 4 different modules. One is compliance criteria, that is for the benchmark, as used as a benchmark from the global GAP. We have made some criteria, and also certification process, and also accreditation to the certification agencies, that is private agencies aggregated by the Quality Council of India. So with this one, how many weeks timeline of the work has been given to the every authority, that is private agencies or research organization or public sector also. We have given that how one can go ahead with the certification of the farms and or otherwise processors. So it should be every these things, it should have minimum 1 to 2 months range we are given, particularly application along with the checklist, application review, independent technical review committee will review the whole applications, then peer review. One is on-site assessment. On-site means it is the team will go to farm and they will assess what kind of criteria they have followed as per the global GAP, as per the India GAP, whether they are able to comply the rules and regulations. So on-site evaluation and also benchmark committee review. So the committee will check with the India GAP what kind of rules and regulations, and followed by the global GAP review. Then finally they used to give the recognitions. These are the major 6 steps will be followed by Quality Council of India for getting the GAP certifications. And next thing, in India, GAP certified fruit and vegetable commodities, the majorly in fruits we have at present is grapes, banana and mango. The grapes around 1,88,000 metric tons has been exported by GAP certified farms, and banana also around 1 lakh and mango around 49,000. In other crops, fruits under GAP is apple, papaya and sapota, pineapple and pomegranate. Among these other crops is pomegranate, papaya and apple is top leading crop for the now it's coming forward for the GAP certification because a lot of huge export potentials. The other vegetable commodity I mentioned, Apart from these vegetable commodities in India, potato and also onion is taking up the GAP certification in addition to the spices like from pepper and turmeric in India. It is getting lot of exported to particularly Netherlands. From Netherlands is re-exported to other countries. So there is farmers are coming forward, particularly the vegetable commodities. Other farmers also coming forward to the certifications of this one. So there is one small success story I want here to express this one. Particularly in India, the grape production also high and exported also so high. In that one, all the farmers, they made it grape net. They started as a grape net by the group of the farmers, around 4,000 farmers. They formed as a group. 40,000 growers are formed in the grape net under the single software. This grape net mainly they use authorities issuing the certificate one thing, and also they are checking for the certificate, the residue analysis, and also PACOS. All this information under the grape net, you will get all the detailed information. Particularly the 40,000 farmers, they established their one residue laboratory also. One residue laboratory tested by residue under the Indian Council of Agriculture Research. The grape net, the mainly thing is you can monitor the entire production system. Under this system, accountability and transparency is so high, and also the export has been happened to the European Union countries. The farmers' income increased, double the income is happened based on this grape net. The grape net is, if a single farmer certification procedure is so high cost, then the farmers cooperative society or farmers producing company or farmers cluster, they can easily get the subsidized certification. Subsidized means government of India will give subsidy for money for the entire certification process if they formed as a group. It is not for individual farmers, it is the group of the farmers they are giving. This is one of the successful model in India, how we are taking up the export to the different countries. Particularly in India, the first happened GAP adoption is India, particularly in there is one place, a state called Andhra Pradesh. That particular state is the first farmer adopted the mango orchard for the GAP. These are some of the pictures how GAP adopted the right from farm based to till the tacos. This is the thing we have taken the picture. The first orchard is it is apple and mango only in GAP adopted. The another one mango orchard is EuroGAP certified. That was very earlier EuroGAP. Now it is a global gap. This is another one farm in India is certified for the mango. These are the different pictures. It is compliance criteria of these things. In case of GAP in dragon fruit adoption, in India is introduced hardly by 15 years back. But in today, India is around 3,000 hectares lost over the 4 years or 5 years period. The commercial cultivation is taken up. But our assessment is next 3 to 5 years, it may reach up to 10,000 hectares. But recently, a month ago, we have sent the first consignment to the Dubai Arab countries. The first consignment, around 20 tons we have sent through Dubai consignment. But these are the particular dragon fruit since introduced crop. We have yet to standardize the POP that are highly relevant, which is need by the demand of the industry. Here I mentioned POP is under the progress because since it is introduced crop, the location specific production technology is under the progress by the research organization and developmental agency also. The next thing is we also recently published a paper on nutritional aspect of the dragon fruit. That is the one criteria benchmark for the before exporting the fruit, because every consumers, every human being want to have a healthy and nutrition foods. We have created the basic benchmark, how much the TSS should be there, what is the phenolic content, what is the pH of the food, what is the sugar. So all this benchmark we have created and published on paper, biochemical and nutrition characterization of dragon fruit of different species, which is in the food chemistry. Kindly you can have a look at that one. The reason for non-adoptions, we have inquired with the farmers, different farmers. So what are the reasons for the non-adoption GAPs? One is inadequate knowledge. inadequate knowledge. The second thing is highest cost for the certification production cost, actually, sir. The third one is the fragment of land holding. In India, around 85% of the farmers having less than 2 hectares of cultivar. This is the major limitation of the adopting the GAP, one of the major limitations. Here I mentioned how many farmers having land holding less than 1 hectare, less than 1 to 2 hectare like this. I mentioned this one. But most of the farmers, since they are all small farmers, there is a huge problem to adopt the GAP because of certification, inadequate knowledge, fragment, and lack of rebate prices. And locally, we are not getting good prices. So among the crop in fruit crops, when we surveyed, grapes, banana, apple, and pomegranates having much awareness about the GAP because already many growers, they are doing the export and are certified through the GAP, they are doing it. So what are the strategies to promote? One is formulation of the farmers, already I said, farmers produce organizations. Another one is farmers cluster. Another one is one state, one produce. One state, one produce. These are the three concepts government had taken over for promote a crop or GAP. These three concepts they taken up, sir. Under this one, GAP certification also government of India giving subsidized for the FPOs or farmers clusters or else other farms. In case of in India, the export is normally if you achieve by the target. We need GAP to meet the safety is the main things for the demand by the consumers. So GAP adoption, what are the things, producer, all these things, we know everybody. In case of dragon fruit, we have to create the awareness, economic value of the produce, and also high value export opportunity we have to the awareness has to be created among the farmers. And last, the augmentation of the information, the quality standards. By import the countries, what kind of quality standards, which we have to need to teach them, train them, the farmers among the farmers group or the individual farmers or maybe the big corporate farms. That has to be need to be thought about every aspect, every stage, the certification process or certification criteria or what is the rules and regulation by the India GAP are on par with the EU. Dragon fruit growers also will be sensitive about the quality standards by adopting the GAP, how much benefit we can get. So we can have these things. The next slides I put one is Mr. Sri Ratan Tata. He is the chairman of the Tata Motors group of company. So he said, eat your food as a medicine. Otherwise, you have to eat your medicine as your food. So this apt quote is mainly meant for the GAP adoption to create among the Indian farmers only. So my sincere thank to our supreme body of authority, DG, Deputy Director General, and our director and my colleagues and Quality Council of India. So thank you very much, sir. Healthy food and healthy world by adopting GAP. Thank you very much, sir. And I thank FFTC Director and also TARAI, Taiwan Research Agriculture Institute Director also. Thank you very much for the opportunity given me to present about India GAP. Thank you very much, sir.